everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the Universal SMP. My name is Kaykrae, and in the last episode we actually built our first shop, which was a bakery, and I'm super excited to do some more work on that today. But for starters, I asked you guys in the comments of that video to give me name suggestions for a wolf. That kind of came as a surprise. I wasn't expecting to tame a wolf so early in the series, but you know, things happened and we ended up adopting a dog. So I carefully went over all your guys' comments and I loved all your name suggestions, but one really stuck out to me, and we are going to go do that in just a second because I believe we actually received a purchase from one of the members in the Universal SMP, so I want to go ahead and collect that. 2 diamonds, and I believe it was Steven who purchased some horse armor, so thank you, Steven, for shopping with us today. Alright, let's go to our shop and go ahead and name our wolf because I know the suspense must be killing you guys. Alright, hello, where are you? Hello! Okay, so for starters, the color is going to be brown. A lot of you guys suggested that with your names, and the name is going to be Biscuit. Hello, Biscuit. And this name was suggested by Cupcake Love. I will go ahead and put a picture of your comment on the screen. Thank you for suggesting this name. I really like it. And a lot of you suggested as well that he should stay in the bakery, which I think we will have him do that and have him guard the bakery for us. So welcome, Biscuit. I'm so excited to have you, even though you came as quite a surprise. I don't even think wolves naturally spawn in a plains biome, but there's an extreme hills over there. Maybe they spawn in there. I don't know, but for some reason you came to us and you wanted me to adopt you, so actually let's have you come downstairs so you can be the little protector and say hi to people. Biscuit, come on. He's still, you know, kind of learning his tricks, guys, so take it easy on him. Biscuit, come on. Are you gonna listen? Come on, let's go downstairs. Come here. Come on. And we'll have you sit right there and you can greet everyone that comes in to hopefully buy some bakery items very soon. We're going to work on that a little bit later. But for now, I'm actually going to run back to the base. So I will do that and I will be with you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so we are now back at our base, and basically what I've been doing since the last episode is farming non-stop. And we see an empty chest. I've been farming non-stop. I farmed a ton of sugar cane to get a bunch of paper because if you didn't see the last episode, we found a village that we can trade paper for emeralds, and I think it's like 21 paper for an emerald. And the reason we need emeralds is to get experience potions from our cleric villager that we got. And also, as well as farming sugarcane, I've been farming a ton of food and cakes for our bakery. And I also have all this food in our little workshop, which I think is what I'm going to call it, like Cake's workshop or whatever. I have all this food that I'm gonna sell. I still need to make a lot more, obviously. Since cookies are so easy to make, I think we're gonna do like a little dispenser at the door and like just give people a free cookie every time they come in or go out. I expanded our wheat farm because that's something we're lacking. We need a lot more wheat. Our cocoa bean farm's still the same, but then I added 2 more levels. One with potatoes and that's what I've been like eating, and then one with carrots. And then once we're like good on money, even though gold is one of our currencies on the server, I want to start just having golden carrots to eat because those are the best saturation. But the baked potatoes are doing for now, especially since they're easy to farm and we have a lot of them. But it is currently nighttime and I can't sleep because there is another member on, so I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to turn day, and then we are actually going to head back to that village. And I have an ender chest filled with paper, and then I made an extra ender chest that I'm actually just going to place where the villager is, that way so I can take more paper. If I had like a mule or a donkey or something, I would probably take it instead. but I think the ender chest method will be good for now, and then yeah, I'm gonna AFK for a little bit, wait for it to turn day, and I will see you guys at the village. Alright, so I made it to the village, and this is where I have my villager. Just to be sure, let's make sure he's still here, and he is. And was I correct? No, it's 25 paper for emerald, but still that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my ender chest, which has all the rest of my paper. So this is all the paper that I was able to bring, and I'm going to go ahead and trade with him to get some emeralds. Alright, so there's a zombie breaking a door down, but I ended up with over a stack of emeralds, a stack, and basically almost two stacks, as well as some bookshelves and glass when I had to refresh his trades. But this is all I got, so I'm going to go and head back, and we'll see how many experience bottles we can get with that. Hopefully it will be enough so we can start selling them. So yeah, I'm gonna head back, and I'll see you guys back at spawn. So I actually found the swamp on the way back to spawn. The village is right over there, it's really not far at all, but I actually wanted to take this time while I'm collecting these lily pads to explain why I suddenly changed my resource pack, because I figured you guys might have been a little bit confused. Basically, our server was originally hosted through another server that is also, I think, an SMP, I'm not really sure. I still think it's hosted through them, but they were able to like separate it somehow, because the people's server who aren't associated with this SMP, their server automatically has a texture pack that it downloads when you log on the server, so even if you don't have that texture pack, it automatically downloads it. Does that make any sense? Because they made that how servers can do that now. So some of the members were having some difficulties with their own texture packs because of the fact that it already had a texture pack downloaded for you. So Randy, who is the owner, and his friend Garson, or GamersRidge, went ahead and they separated the server somehow, not really sure how they did it, but they separated it so we can now have our own texture packs. And I do believe Randy said something about a universal texture pack that I might get and I might start using, but for now, for this episode, I'm just going to stick with Deathscape, which is my usual texture pack that I use. So that's basically it. I just wanted to kind of update you guys on that, because you probably were kind of confused why the whole world of Minecraft changed in front of your eyes. But nope, nothing to worry about. They just separated the server, and I'm super happy, so now we don't have to just deal with the faithful texture pack, which is what it was on earlier. Not that there's anything against it, just that it's just nice to spice up the world a little bit. So like I said before, I'm going to head back to spawn, and I will check in with you guys when I get there. Hello, Mr. Villager. Okay, alright guys, we're back in spawn, and now we are going to go ahead and trade our cleric for some experience bottles, and hopefully we will get enough to start selling them. And we got 4 before he closed off the trade. Thank you for that. Alright, so let's see how many he'll give me this time. We'll go ahead and put the 64 in. Alright, 14. Oh my gosh. We're almost out of emeralds already. I ended up having to trade him an Eye of Ender because I traded him for glowstone and he wouldn't, what's the word, like reload his trades, and then I traded him for a piece of lapis and he also wouldn't reload his trades. So hopefully he'll just, you know, be nice to me and reload it, for something that only takes 1 emerald, not, that only takes 1 emerald instead of the 10, because I really don't have enough emeralds to be doing that, sir. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we have 20, is that 23 or 28? I think that's 23. I can't really tell with this texture pack. And I believe I have 28, so we should have enough to start selling them. And I don't know, I've been thinking about the price because I don't know if I'm charging too little, because these are actually really hard to get. I don't know how many levels they give you though, so I think like charging 16 for a diamond is pretty steep, so I think we're just going to stick with the 32 for now. But I'm gonna go and get the other enchantment bottles because I don't have them in my ender chest because I took them out to make room for the paper. But also when I was at the village, I saw another villager that trades, I think it was like 16 coal for 1 emerald, and then there's also one that trades some string for an emerald, and we have a lot of string. And there's also a cave spider spawner really close to near my house that I didn't break yet, or I'm not going to break, so we can get string, because I'm pretty sure cave spiders drop string. I probably sound like a noob right now. I'm actually not too sure, but we can definitely get some coal and more paper, obviously. I don't know if the coal is easier to get or the paper. I think probably the paper is, because I can get a lot of it. But we definitely need to make a couple trips back and forth. But I'm gonna go get the rest of our bottles of enchanting, and we'll put at least 1 half stack for sale in the Universal shop. And then we're going to come back to the bakery and work on the inside of it for a little bit. Alright, so I came back to my base to get the other enchantment bottles, and I actually ended up with 2 25 stacks with 1 extra, and I think I'm just gonna put these up for sale for 1 diamond each. I think those will give you around 10 levels, and they were actually really hard to get until I farm a lot more sugarcane, which we'll do eventually. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to spawn, and we will put these enchantment bottles up for sale. Alrighty, and here we go. Alright, so 1 stack of 25 equals 1 diamond, and then Kaykrae is obviously who was doing it, and then I'm going to put it in for 1 week, so I'm going to go ahead and give him his payment, and then that'll expire on the 29th, and if they're still in there by the time that it expires, I'll just lengthen it. I don't think they will be, but we might put more in. So it says Universal's first all-purpose shop. If you wish to sell a product, drop 1 iron block or 2 diamonds. Wait, shouldn't it be 2 iron blocks or 1 diamond? I don't know. In the chest on your right, you will keep your shop for a week. Read the template above. Okay, so I'm assuming that that's kind of him 2 diamonds anyway, just to be safe. And I can always ask him about it and see if that's correct, but it doesn't really matter. We'll get our 2 diamonds back anyway, I guess. So that's there for now, and now we're going to head over and work on the bakery a little bit. Okay, so I think we have something going here. Let's make some glass panes and see what kind of case we can make. Yeah, alright, 16 should be alright, unless we need to break some. I think I'm just gonna grab this crafting table and take it downstairs, because it's kind of tiring running back and forth. Okay. I changed this to spruce. I think it looks better with the, I don't know, I just think it looks better than it. Oh, is that not gonna let me place it there? We might have to do, and don't worry, I'm probably gonna get rid of the window. We might have to do like this. And then do, make sure we place it correctly. There we go. And I don't know if we can like place, that's not what I wanted to place. Stair there. I guess that works because it like covers that. I need to go get more oh, this isn't even spruce, this is dark oak. We might have to go get more of that. Then should I do the glass all the way up? That looks weird. What if I bring this out? Does that look weird? Like that? don't know, I'm gonna work on this a little bit more and I'll be back with you guys. I hope what you were able to see in that will be able to suffice for the building aspect of today's episode. Again, I apologize for that. I actually really tried to commentate, but you know, things happen. But anyways, you would have saw me building, I think the cake area is what I all had, but this is what I have done. Okay, basically you saw me work on the cake area, and the main reason I don't like putting in me building is because I literally take so long to figure out what I want to do, as you can probably see in the clip that I put in. But basically I'm going to go ahead and show you what else. This is the little cake counter. This is where all the cakes are being sold. I have the price as 1 cake for 2 iron or 2 gold ingots, because I'm trying to keep things fairly cheap. And behind the cake area, this is kind of where you pay, and then you can just toss the payments over the counter. And then I still need to make a little room underneath this. I'm going to put a trapdoor right here, and I'm going to put carpet over the hoppers. And then there will be a little room that I can go in down there to collect the payments. And then over here I have this little kind of like stand, and I need to change this to the stone brick. It's because I removed the window that was there originally, but I just have pumpkin pies here for sale, and I just realized I didn't put a price there for them, but it will be the same as the bread, so that's not going to take much, and I will have a sign on me, so I can just do that after I film this clip for you guys. But the pumpkin pies are going to be the same as the bread, which is 1 stack for 1 iron block, 1 gold block, or 1 diamond, just because it's decent saturation. And then this is the little like bread area. I thought that was kind of cute because it has the furnace. I mean, nothing really else to it. And then last but not least, here is the area for the cookies and milk. 1 stack of cookies is 4 iron or 4 gold ingots, and then 1 bucket of milk is the same, just so we're making some of the money back. And yeah, that's basically all to it, except for I also added pressure plates here so we can get cookies, and it just says free cookie from Cake, because at the bakery I work at, we actually give free cookies to the kids, but we don't really have kids that play on the server, so I guess we'll just give free cookies to everybody. Alright, so that's basically it inside, and I haven't done anything with the upstairs yet. As you can see, it currently says upstairs is employees only, and you go upstairs and nothing's changed up there. Thank you, Annabelle, for ruining the clip. Really? Alright, so I think she needs to go on a walk, so I'm actually going to wrap this up. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up for this episode on the Universal SMP. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button despite all the audio issues we had this episode. Hopefully I can get that cleared up and have it saved so I don't have to check those buttons every time. Just a thought. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here so I can take my Annabelle on a walk, and I will see you guys very soon with some all new videos. Alright, see you later!